Yeah, in all the gin joints in all the world, these books just had to walk into mine.
Me and Alex can't wait to hear about this book.
Yes.
The covers are amazing. Yes, the cover that is.
So you're starting with the best one first.
So this book, I got it for £2.
You want your money back?
Look inside. They've stamped property of the Ulster Hospital not to be taken away. This was in hospital for people to read while they were being kept in overnight.
And it was stolen.
Wow, I'm not.
Also, I like the editors. Corgi books.
Corgi
and
books.
there is a cute corgi with a book in its mouth. These books cannot get any better.
Well, Diamonds and Minx
The sequel to Come Pretty Puss.
Did you read Come Pretty Puss?
No! But no, hold on. The gay, naughty, hilarious sequel to Come Pretty Puss. The story of a loving career girl.
So I got this in the Magic Bookshop.
She's being carried off by a butler.
Yeah, the cover is amazing.
Yeah. She's got legs, though.
Yes. That's the selling point, I think.
But at the back, I was confused, but I realised they're talking about something else. A distant trumpet. But I just turn to the back and I see unquestionably the finest novel yet written on the American Southwest. And I'm like, what? This? Unquestionably. But no, they're advertising a different book, which I'm also not.
I don't know if you've seen on Twitter, like before, there was this place that made up all these different like books, and they were always so hilarious, the titles and things, and this one looks like it could have been made by them.
Oh my god. The gay, naughty, hilarious sequel to Come Pretty Puss, The Story of a Love. We already read it.
I can't remember the main character's name, but most people call her Puss anyway.
We have to read Come Pretty Puss.
Well,
right?
that's for you next time, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll take the hit. I'll bite the bullet.
This is terrible.
Really?
Yeah, you were expecting, a real classic.
Petty, unquestionably the finest love.
Yeah. Essentially, this girl, Puss, lives with her friend Desi in like a house share type of situation. Now, I want to specify that we never at any point think that our main character is bad or that she's out to trick anyone. She just is presented as this ultimately stupid, ditzy person. So she's an ultra bimbo.
Yeah. I kind of like that. Honestly, I'm rooting for her.
And a bit of an infomaniac.
Really? I wonder why.
Some nominative determinism there.
No, a little bit. Just speaking names, apparently.
Opening page, they're discussing, it would be nice to have our own car, but we usually just get our gentleman friends to drive us around or pay for our taxis. And then they're like, for some reason they're more willing to give us jewels than a car. I think it has something to do with something called income tax, but I don't understand that type of thing, So that's page one, like, okay.
Are they like the Marilyn type?
Yeah.
This silly but not so silly blonde? Or maybe they're just silly.
Yeah, they eventually manage to get a car, and then they keep telling the men. So they used to get the men to pay for their ride. Now that they've got a car, they pretend the car's broken down and get the men to pay for fake repairs for the car, so they still have like money coming in. But she's also savvy enough to like do some investments, or at least ask a man on her behalf that she knows to do the investments. So she ends up quite wealthy. But just like, it's so horrible to have to spend one's own money on these things. So I just let these men like pay for my holiday and my dinner and my whatever. Like, yeah, she's a very, very gold digger. And the people just buy her diamonds and minks like that. And she's like, I really want nice, expensive new clothes and whatever. At one point, she goes on holiday, and men are giving her very expensive handbags as a gift, filled with cash. And she's like, well, the cash is fine, but I've already got one of these handbags. I guess I'll give that one to my friend. But then she goes to Belfast and has sex with someone from the IRA.
Oh! It's close to home.
Yeah. So she's got this lover called Hank, and she's like, I really love him, but I wouldn't want to have to marry him, because then I'd have to be chained to one person, and I quite enjoy all my gentleman friends. And then he gets a journalist gig, and he goes to talk to Belfast. She has no idea what's going on, so she just meets a guy in a pub, and it's the 12th of July.
Okay.
And then the guy's really like against it, so they find out what's going on, goes to a hotel room, she discovers she's in like some IRA meeting. So she just sleeps with him. then they leave the next morning, and she's like, I don't want all these IRA men to come in while I'm standing here naked. But she's also not that worried about it.
Weirdly so.
Then someone does come in, and it's like the guy who works in the hotel. And she's like, well, if you're going to open the door, come in. Cue another sex scene with this random guy who just walked into her room. Like,
Yeah, it feels like it's just smut.
but it's not. They don't talk about any of the sex scenes, though. They skip over. They're just like, and then a sex scene. They don't tell us what happened.
It's not even.
No,
like,
it's not smart. But the next book might be. So it's weird. I don't know. Then they go like on another holiday. They go to Venice.
Ah!
Then she discovers she's not actually in Venice. They've taken her to, is it something called Lido? Like an island or a beach island or something?
No way, Lido. I used to go there on holiday.
Okay.
Maybe I met her. She was in enough places that I've been.
How many nymphomaniacs do you know?
Apart from just...
Oh.
Yes, that was the question.
Is this book based off of your life
Am I
post?
really puss? Well.
You want to answer the question? So...
He didn't pay my biography. What's happening?
So what happens in the end? No, he wouldn't suit that hair. She's got the old
Yes, it's true.
beehive kind
I
of
would
roof.
never.
So,
Please don't.
But the diamonds though.
well,
I take them as well.
Okay.
Sure.
she enjoys her holiday there, but she doesn't realise that she's not actually been to Venice, and someone has to explain to her, like, you're just in a beach resort, essentially. You haven't actually seen the city of Venice, and then he takes her around and gives her handbags full of cash. She leaves the country with so many gifts and jewels and cash, but when customs ask her about it, she's too ditzy to answer the question. So they're like, have you brought have you bought anything while you're here? And she says, no. Have you brought money with you? No. Have you bought any deed? No. And then she's like, they didn't ask if anyone had gifted me these things, so I thought there was no need to tell them. Like, I just told them that I hadn't bought those things with me,
I mean, sound reasoning, I would say.
And no further checks were done by customs, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, customs checks nothing.
That's true.
You walk through every single time. Almost never been checked.
Yeah. Then Hank ends up getting another gig in the Middle East. The IRA piece was so good that they sent him to the Middle East, and she's worried that he's going to, get hurt. She's a good person because she says, I don't want you to go somewhere dangerous. I've got plenty of money, just stay here and use my money. So she actually offers that. But he does go off anyway to do his job, and she sleeps like 10 guys in the book. I don't know. There's a lot of different guys coming and going, but
Well, they're definitely coming.
Mm-hmm.
the book is also
The
book is only 150 pages as well. It's a very short book, and other than what I've said, I don't think anything else happens in it.
How does it? Is there an ending to it?
So she works for the best hair salon in the country, and it's a guy called Pierre.
She works.
She's a hairdresser.
Oh my!
And
Does she do her own hair?
maybe somehow. It's just the best hairdressers in the country, and she's good at her job, but just not anything else in life. But then they make her assistant director, and she's like, I have to go to these meetings, and she doesn't have any idea what's going on, and all this finance stuff. So then one of the partners convinces the guy to make the company public and do shares, and he's like, that'll get money coming in, but you'll still be the boss. But then some capitalist type tries to buy up all the shares, and he's going to take over the company, and they're really worried about that. So Puss is like, I'll probably sleep with him. Will that help?
I know one thing, and I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Well, she's good at two things, is the thing. Not just being a hairdresser, she's very good at...
So the plan they come up with in the end is they bring the guy and lure him into the room saying they're going to sleep with him. Then she slips out, and he's locked in the hotel room during the shareholders meeting, so he can't vote on what to do with the company.
She doesn't even have to sleep with him.
She didn't even have to sleep with him, which is strange because she slept with everyone else. I'm surprised she didn't like that guy, I guess.
Our heart.
Yeah. Well, she wasn't getting anything out of that one.
Yeah. But, that's pretty much it. And then it just kind of ends. There's nothing there's no story, really. It's just I had sex with some guys and work in hairdressers. I want a nice car or whatever. Please get me diamonds and minks.
Okay, then it's a prequel, Come Pretty Puss. So we have to read it. Oh, for sure. We need to know the origin story.
She even says, I'm not surprised they call it a board meeting because I'm very bored. So that's it. But just when I talk about the ending, I remember, and I have to make an addendum. You asked how Lacuna ends, and I flick back through the final pages, and our main character does eventually die. They tell us that he dies at the end of it. So it goes through his whole life.
Okay.
Just as an addendum. But yeah, that's this. I think this is down the gutter. I don't think I can. Even though it was a fun read, I don't think as a piece of literature I can send it. Yeah.
She's a Minx.
But if you want to have a fun read.
It was fun. I mean, it's also a one-day read. Like, you see, it's 150 pages, and it's a small book, big enough text. Like, one, maximum 2 days, you can read this. It's really not, anything at all.
Okay.
But I think at the very end, she's worried that Hank will just... Oh, Hank's coming back. I know that he will ask me to marry him. He always does. I wonder, should I? Or do I still love him far, far too much? She has the idea that if you love someone too much, you shouldn't marry them.
Oh.
So...
I mean...
I don't understand that.
No.
But she is a ditzy bimbo. Of course
Yeah.
she's gonna say that.
Well, if I don't love him, then I should marry him. That makes more sense.
Diamonds are a girl's best friends, you see.
There is a funny bit,
Yeah,
which is over on the 12th of July. Have you seen these lambeg drums? You've seen the bass drum that these marching bands use, the big one. There's an even bigger one called a lambeg drum. That's the only thing that ever happened in Lambeg. And she dresses up as a boy to escape from this IRA hotel, like a Shakespeare scene. And this guy's like, oh, here you go, take this massive drum. So she's walking around with this massive, massive drum. And then the guy realizes that she's a girl, and he's like, oh, my reputation as a drumsman's ruined now, because I give a girl my drum.
Oh, no. The 12th is ruined. What do we do?
If only.
Also, like, the fact that she could
Better
still
put her in a
play the
bonfire.
drum. It must be not that difficult.
So that's it was quite funny, but it'd be difficult to say it was a good book by any possible criteria. Yeah.
So, you have